Don't put your money on Makhachev yet, because Dustin Poirier may have just been chosen by the MMA gods to defeat Makhachev in the main event of UFC 302 and finally win the lightweight belt that has been so elusive to him his entire career. Because Islam Makhachev, number one, may have staph infection, okay? But also, he has been cursed by the MMA gods, and he is up against more than just Dustin Poirier. We've got a lot to break down. We've got McGregor's reaction to the situation. We've got the curse of Paulo Costa on a pay-per-view. People are forgetting about this. Will Makhachev also fall victim to this absolutely unbeatable curse? We've also got the curse of Dustin Poirier in June. I know some of these are a bit of a reach, but the guy has not lost in June and he's had a very long career. I'm going to show you some evidence of Islam Makhachev having a sleeve on his leg where the actual staph infection was seen. That's his left leg. It's the same leg that is in this picture of the staph infection on the leg of Islam Makhachev. Just going to move this one over real quick. We've also got the curse of karma. He's got a known tax evader in his corner. I don't know what's going to happen about that, dude. Who knows? Maybe karma will come to get them. He's got a known tax evader in his corner. And the fact that Khabib's in his corner anyway is going to be a lot of pressure on Makhachev. And there's more. The new shorts curse that's come out. Dustin Poirier has new shorts for UFC 302. The new shorts curse. Those guys win. Okay, we're also going to talk about the gloves curse. Is this a new curse that hasn't even been in the sport yet? And is the fact that he's got gloves on going to be the new curse of every time there's these new gloves, the champion loses the belt? And the Prudential Center, the place that they are fighting in, UFC 302, Newark, New Jersey, Thursday, May 30th. RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House at Prudential Center on the corner of Mulberry Street and Lafayette Street. Where is Dustin Poirier from? Well, I'm glad you asked. Dustin Poirier is from Lafayette, Louisiana. Real interesting stuff here, guys. Are the stars aligning for Dustin Poirier? Who knows? Let's talk about the staph infection on Islam Makhachev's leg. So, as you can see in the images, people are saying Islam Makhachev's leg seems to have something going on. It's one little mark on his leg. But as you know, the circular mark is a telltale sign of staph infection. If we've ever noticed a fighter's had staph infection in the build-up of a fight, it's because they've shown a sign similar to this. Now, this isn't terrible staph infection. This isn't some of the worst we've seen where some guy's trying to hide it at weigh-ins or Benoit's literally got it sprouting out of his forehead. Like, there's levels of staph infection, but this could be staph. It could also be, and I do want to mention this, because honestly, between these two sets of legs here, or these two legs of Makhachev, the mark here on the circular bit is the only thing that looks different. Like, the actual leg itself doesn't look much different to the other one. So I don't think this is his overall leg being compromised. And I am going to say, a lot of people will jump to staph infection, which is what Benoit Saint Denis had as well, but maybe that's a Dustin Poirier curse. A last chance Poirier curse. He is spreading staph infection and giving it to all of his opponents. But this mark could literally be he walked into the fucking TV stand. You know what I mean? I do want to mention that because I've been known to, there's a mark on my leg. Remember that time I bumped into that fucking door with it? You know what I mean? Like, you do knock yourself on things. And maybe Makhachev has kicked an elbow there. He's caught it on something. Who knows? But it does look a little bit suspicious. To be honest with you guys, it does. However, as McGregor states at the top of this tweet, staph again. This inbred, however, lives with staph, yeah? The team is infested. Make no mistake. Scruff balls, yeah? Whatever yous are into, I suppose he still subs Dustin in the first, yeah? So he's changed his pick now completely, because I'm assuming he's seen my video. This inbred, however, lives with staph, yeah? This guy's an MMA guru enjoyer. You can't tell me otherwise. Conor McGregor is an MMA guru enjoyer. Fact. You don't use inbred as an insult if you're not an MMA guru enjoyer. It's a fact. And he's got a lot to say about it, dude. This team is infested, he says. And there's another tweet that Conor McGregor said about it, which is, "You absolute scruffy fucks, I'm sick of you. Wash your fucking self. Wash your clothes, yeah? Wash your mats and do it fucking every day, you scruffy cunts. So he's going off on him. He don't like how dirty they are. Someone underneath this has very kindly posted a picture of Khabib and all of his family members in the same bathtub as each other. And by family members, I mean male family members. That's a picture of them all in a bathtub together. So maybe that's why the staph infection is spreading around their team. But outside of that, Bilal Muhammad's Instagram post right here, Main Event Muhammad, this is called. He posted it on his IG. And we can see that Makhachev has some tape over that left foot. Remember, the same left leg. I know the cameras are inverted, but that is his left leg. He's facing us in this one. And a sleeve over that part of the leg where he has got that mark. Now, this is on a week ago. This is 1 week ago. I think all of these posts are saying a week ago. So this is a week ago. And he's got that sleeve over his leg. There's something there. You know what I mean? There's something on that leg. You don't just have that. Remember, this isn't a compression sleeve over the ankle joint or over the knee joint or anything like that. It's over the shin. So something's going on with the shin of Islam Makhachev. Could it be staph infection? Yes, they're very dirty. But, and they do typically have staph infection in their gym. It's often a reason why they pull out of a lot of their fights. Would Makhachev fight with something wrong with him, though? That's the question that you've got to wonder, because we know Khabib, Umar, Makhachev, they're known to pull out the second something is going wrong with their training camp, unless it's the final fight of Khabib's career, where he fights Gaethje, in which case he'll fight with a broken little toe. But most of the time, they do pull out if there is anything wrong with them at all. So you do have to take that into consideration. Would Makhachev fight Poirier with staph infection? I don't think he'd have any shame in pulling out and delaying this a little bit longer until October. I really don't. Could it be just a bump on his leg? Has he kicked an elbow in camp and that's like the bruising finally going away from it and it's just that little mark? Who knows? I guess we'll tell based on the performance. I don't think it affects the fight anyway. I do think that Makhachev's going to win in the first round. Either way, there's more. So Conor McGregor responds with this as well. The Paulo Costa curse. People don't realize this, dude, but Paulo Costa's been cursing motherfuckers from day one in this sport, dude. He comes in and he fights at UFC 212. On that card was Jose Aldo versus Max Holloway. Jose Aldo lost on that card. Lost his belt to Max Holloway. I don't know if it was 212. It might have been another event. But Aldo lost to Holloway on that card, lost his belt. Paulo Costa, on the 217 card in Madison Square Garden, Paulo Costa fought Johnny Hendricks. Michael Bisping lost his belt to George St. Pierre. Cody Garbrandt lost his belt to TJ Dillashaw. And Joanna Jędrzejczyk lost her belt to Rose Namajunas. In what I believe were all upset wins. That's very important as well. All of them were upset wins. So was Holloway over Aldo, but I think the odds were quite close. Either way. Also Paulo Costa, in his other fight against Yoel Romero, DC lost his belt to Stipe Miocic in their rematch. Kamaru Usman in Salt Lake City, when Paulo Costa fought Luke Rockhold, lost his belt to Leon Edwards in the rematch, I guess, as well, even though it was a long time removed between the fights. When Leon was a massive underdog. And remember, these are all underdog wins. These aren't contenders that were expected to win, other than Topuria maybe. But these are underdog wins regardless. Volkanovski on Paulo Costa's last fight that he had against Whitaker. The main event was Volkanovski versus Topuria. And Topuria slept Volkanovski. And Volkanovski lost his belt. If you were a champion on a pay-per-view card of Paulo Costa, you're fucked. You're losing that belt. 7 out of 7 times. No. And I'll tell you why not 7 out of 7 times. There's a fight that Paulo Costa had where I believe he fought Uriah Hall, which was on the fight card that contained Stipe. Wait. One of the fights was Stipe DC3. The other one was Stipe DC2. So, DC was like heavyweight champ, right? So Stipe lost his belt on that card as well. Dude, DC was on one as a champion and won, technically, because he was going for double champ status. So Costa synced up with him, got on his very next card in the rematch against Stipe Miocic in Anaheim, and DC lost. No! Paulo Costa fought Uriah Hall on DC versus Derek Lewis, and DC won as a champion on that card. So Paulo Costa was on his very next card in the rematch against Stipe Miocic, where DC lost. He was on both of those cards. So the Paulo Costa curse is intentional from Paulo Costa. He knows what he's doing. He's like, DC got away from me without losing. I'm going to be on the next card and make sure that he loses this time. And remember, that fight was only announced on short notice, DC versus Derek Lewis. So the Paulo Costa presence on the card didn't have enough time to marinate, because by the time Costa was on the card, DC wasn't yet. So it didn't have enough time to take effect. There's more to this, though. I'm losing my mind. June for Dustin Poirier is a very good month throughout his career. Poirier's had a lot of losses in the UFC. Not in June. I'm really reaching for this one, but there's others that are a lot less of a reach. We go to 2023. There's no fights in June. There's still no fights in June. We still not got no fights in June. Who told me this? All right, Dan Hooker. This was in June, and Dustin Poirier won. Okay? 2019, 2018. Where's the other fight? There's got to be more of them in June than this, guys. Bobby Green in June. What do you know, guys? What do you know? Bobby Green, he beats him in June. Let me skip through this dumbass June one. He beat Yancy Medeiros in June. He beat... There's more. There's got to be more. There must be more than just this. Surely in his debut year. He beat Jason Young, the great Jason Young in June. People forget about that. People forget, man. I also want to mention Khabib. If karma exists under his religion, it's tough, dude. You know what I mean? We're a known tax evader here. In the corner of Islam Makhachev, surely karma would bring some level of justice to that. I'm not sure, though. I don't know how the religion works and all that, so I'm not going to... But surely if there's someone in control, karma should go around and come around. That should have gone to poor single moms and impoverished families in Russia. And he kept that to himself. So karma-wise, that corner of Makhachev is red hot. Red hot for a strike, I'll tell you. Khabib's in his corner. We know that. This is interesting as well. The UFC shorts curse. Dustin Poirier just got a new set of floral shorts that Conor McGregor also tweeted about and said I can't even put that on screen or I'll get demonetized. But Dustin Poirier just got floral shorts. When UFC 300 happened, a lot of people were saying, why the fuck did Gaethje's ones not even look custom? Remember? Zhang Weili's ones are really cool. Pereira's ones are super cool and creative. Wow, Holloway's ones look really cool. They didn't really do anything for Gaethje's one. They knew he was getting knocked out by Holloway. They knew it. They knew it. So out of all of the custom shorts that actually took any level of effort whatsoever, they all won. And now Poirier's got them as well. They literally made Gaethje's shorts so shit so you wouldn't even notice that they were new because they knew he was going to lose. Zhang Weili won her fight, Pereira won his fight, and Holloway won his fight as well. The new gloves. Is this going to be a new curse? They look hideously disgusting and ugly. I don't like the new gloves. I actually think they look awful on tanned white guys. I'm going to just say it right now, okay? You got the white of Makhachev. I mean, I think these would even look good on a champion like Leon Edwards with the gold gloves as well. But when they're tanned, the gloves look fucking disgusting. I don't know why, but that's just how it is, I guess. They just look disgusting on him. So, I don't know. He looked a little bit cooler on Makhachev, right? They matched a belt. They matched the shorts. So honestly, I think the champion should have gold gloves and no one else should. But it's all good. It makes it fair to have them both have the same gloves in title fights. I get it. But still, there could be a new curse on the horizon here. And then we've got this, of course, at the very end. I said it at the start. UFC 302 returns to Newark, New Jersey. Press conference Thursday. Hockey House at the Prudential Center on the corner of Mulberry Street and Lafayette Street. The event where Poirier will get his final chance at a UFC World Championship is in Lafayette Street, New Jersey. And Dustin Poirier, where was he born? You can see it right here. Dustin Glenn Poirier. I didn't know his name was Glenn. This motherfucker's losing. That's an Auralist name. Dustin Glenn Poirier, Born 19th of January 1989, Lafayette, Louisiana, baby. This guy's been repping Lafayette from the get-go. And now he ends his career in Lafayette Street. So, we'll see what happens. But I got a feeling, man. And we'll see if this staph infection is a real thing. Because if there's some level of fighter who's so inbred he could fight through that level of detriment to their career, it's these guys. But, again, it could just be a little bit of a mark. He did have a sleeve over it while he was at the PI earlier this week. So maybe it is a cut, to be honest with you. I don't know how much that is going to stop the spread of staph. If anything, I feel like that would actually, I guess that might keep the staph to himself. So you never know. But that's very interesting that they've got that there. See you later, guys. Thank you for watching. Toodle Pip, I'll see you later. Goodbye. I'm telling you, dude, Poirier might have a better chance than we think because Makhachev is fighting every curse known to man. Okay? See you later, guys. Toodle Pip. Goodbye.